Hello everybody, welcome back to another character guide video for One Piece Burning Blood. My name is Silvokiji and this is TheZoneGamingGo. Now in One Piece Burning Blood, I am known for Aokiji back in the old days while playing the game. And Jester is known for his Akinyu, while Rohawk is known for his Kaziru. And I was meaning to do an Aokiji character guide for the longest amount of time, but I just never got the motivation to actually pick one up. And I ended up doing Akinyu before I even did Aokiji. Now, Fortune actually plays Aokiji, which is really cool. I forgot who else plays Aokiji, but a lot of other players play Aokiji. Not all of them are good. And I just want to do this character guide to kind of demonstrate how Aokiji is played and also a way to counteract the character when you're going up against it. Now, Aokiji has always been a lingering poison character in One Piece Unlimited Cruise and One Piece Grand Battle Rush. He's always been that character that poisons or freezes you in some way or manner. And so on Burning Blood, he has both of those. And he does a really good job of doing that. He's the only character with two separate stuns besides Usopp in a way, and he's also the only character that incorporates poison like universally within his entire kit. There are other characters that do poison damage as well, but Aokiji pretty much does it better than everybody else. Another thing about Aokiji is that his damage output is also lacking, so he relies mostly on traps and poison to actually get the kills. He is universally known as a damage type oriented character. He can also zone a little bit, but he's kind of like a pseudo zone. Don't ever think he's going to outzone the other zoners in a way if he does not have Logi available to him. He is a 3,000 point character. He is a Logi based character. He, of course, being Logi, he's also Devil Fruit. He is Haki and he's an all around. So he's basically a jack of all trades. Okay, so his basic combo consists of him doing very lazy attacks ending in Ice Block Pheasant Beak. Pheasant Beak does do lingering poison, so the person will be poisoned for a little bit after getting hit by Pheasant Beak. His range attack is a triple strike. You can keep pressing the attack button to continue the attacks. This is a unity chain. Now, please understand too that due to the fact this is a ranged unity chain and it automatically does a switch in, do not hold the button down. You're gonna have to actually wait till the person leaps up and then press it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to do that for every other character, but just so you don't think you're messing up in a way, that's how you need to do it. When he does it in the combo, it's a longer strike that also is unity chain. So he has two unity chains, both being his range buttons. I will admit to you guys that his range attack and his combo should only be used when your opponent is about to sidestep. Do not do it when you're hitting the opponent because you will mess up unless you've got something planned with another character. If you even have if you do not have another player on your team, another character on your team, you probably don't need to be pressing that button at all. That's just me being honest. But well, I guess you can do basic range attack, but it depends. It depends. Okay, so his jumping attack is a sword strike. It's a really fast move, can combo right afterwards. It has a decent range too, due to the fact it's a sword strike. It hits giant characters really easily, but you should probably only really use it to kind of get the final kill off opponents because Aokiji's not really known for his basic combo damage. Now his best one, his jump unique, is the freeze. Now this move period freezes the person for about 2 seconds. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, about 2 seconds, and they will take lingering poison damage if they get hit by this move. Now after they get hit by this move, you can go into his even better freeze move, which we're going to right now. His unique button, Ice Ball. This move is incredibly famous because it's been in every single Aokiji moveset, every game he's been in. After using his unique button, most people will actually go into Ice Ball to get a clean hit, which is actually a smooth combo, which you can do a special attack, ultimate, whatever. And look at that decent amount of damage it does with the lingering poison as well. Now, his down unique is an anti-air Ice Ball. Now, this move is very difficult. It's a very good move to use on incoming as well as aerials. A lot of people like to do switch-ins, and Aokiji's down unique is very good in that category. Like, Mark will get caught, Whitebeard probably will break you. But any character that kind of lingers in the air when they come in attacking will get caught with this Ice Ball. And it's very, how can I say this? You have this really good feeling when you hit it because you hardly ever see it. But despite it does actually hit taller characters when done up close, but you probably don't want to even do that because all I gotta do is move back a little bit, and this move will completely miss. Ooh, I lied. Okay, maybe because you're just so tall. Let me just get a little... You're gonna get hit by this. Okay, never mind. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. For his normal guard break, it's a forward ice source. Very good range too. Look at the distance on that. It's very good to catch your opponent off guard. Now, should only do this when you're trying to get distance away from your opponent, or perhaps trying to break their Logi. But you don't want to just throw this out here just for no reason at all whatsoever, unless you're trying to make your opponent expect the unexpected. But all in all, this move has no combo value at all whatsoever, unless somehow you bring in a Kakurasaki character and you combo after that. It's also his flash counter as well, so he's one of the few. No, technically this is his flash counter. That's his flash counter. And that move has no combo value at all whatsoever as well, because it knocks your opponent back away. So both his normal guard breaks actually knock the opponent away. So it's good to use if you're trying to like put your opponent in a tight spot or conserve your HP or get your Logi back up. But you probably don't want to rely on those normal guard breaks because they're so weak and they kind of go completely against what Aokiji is standing for. Now for his special attack buttons, his first special attack is called Ice Block Partisan. You know what? I don't even know what he said. Okay, we're going to say Ice Block Spears. That's what I usually call it anyway. So Ice Block Spears sends out 2 spears at once. It can be charged up to a maximum of like, I think 6. I want to say 6. 7? I think that's 6. I'm going to say 6. But yeah, when it's charged up, it actually does lingering poison damage. But right now, it doesn't. So you can charge it up to, I think there's like 3 charges. I don't really quite know where you stop in those, but I'm saying 3 charges. And when you do hit them, they do lingering poison. Now you can do it up in the air, and you kind of get delayed when you're doing it up in the air. So if you're trying to like escape something like an Everwhite from TheZoneGamingGo, or like a Blackbeard triangle or unique move, doing this move is very good because you can actually charge it up in the air and also get that lingering poison on your opponent as well. Now when done in the air, I'm not gonna say it's faster. It's pretty. I think it might be faster on startup. Not startup, but like to actually get all the spears out. But I'm not exactly sure on that fact. But yeah, when you're playing Aokiji, utilize both the aerial version of this and the ground version, just so you can kind of trip your opponent up when you're playing. Now his second special attack, special unique, is Ice Block Pheasant Beak. This move is pretty unique. It sends out a makeshift pheasant, made of ice of your opponent, that does cause lingering poison. Now, when you do get hit by this move, it causes a kneel right afterwards. Now, the thing that makes this move really, really good is that... Let me just back away. Ooh, never mind. I don't want to talk about it now. I'll talk about it in a minute. So something that he can do... Oh, let me just get you... Look stupid. Get out of that. Fix yourself. Okay, good. Okay, so one of the combos he can do, which is pretty basic, is actually doing his jumping unique into his ice ball, and then doing his pheasant beak and interrupting into pheasant. So, I messed that up. Let me do this again. I don't know why there's this. Well, okay, that's the basic one. Probably because I did the jump. Let me just do the regular ice ball. Yeah, okay. And that basically does a good chunk of your opponent's HP, more than 60% damage from that simplistic ice ball setup. And that's where Aokiji gets most of his damage. His basic combo will not get the damage that he wants. There's a reason his normal guard break sucks and his range attack is slow. It's because most of his damage actually comes from freezing his opponent, using that ice ball, utilizing that jumping unique, and getting you with the pheasant beak. Now, that's not even the end of it. Okay, so his next move here, or his next special attack, is called Ice Time, which is a move he actually used in a lot of the One Piece games, as well as the move he used against Nico? I want to say Nico Robin, maybe? Fall for it. Okay, so what it actually does is that it basically, of course, does lingering poison. The opponent will get damage, and basically they'll do a kneel. Now, after this move, you can actually use his range attack. Let me try it again here. I'm trying to catch him in the act so I can actually perform this move. Looks like I can do it right. Just gonna press. See, it's the backstep I'm not getting. One more time. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Couldn't really see how much damage it did, but trust me, it does a lot. It does quite a bit of damage. Okay, so Ice Time is a pretty sluggish move. So, I mean, sluggish meaning it's like it takes a while to actually get out of the progress, so a person can kind of see. If you mess it up, people can just wait for you and just come back and hit you. Now, of course, you cannot counter against heavy guard breaks or anything that's unblockable, so you will get hit nonetheless. Also, if your opponent activates with an aerial, unless you actually get the hug on them, the damage will be pretty much non-existent. So when using Ice Time, it's pretty good to use it in between combos as well, because it's one of those moves that can be used in between, just like a lot of people. Of course, it does better in the first hit than it does in the second hit. As you can see, I can do first hit. Actually, I think it might just do... Okay, I think it's better on the third hit. But either way, pick your times when you're going to use Ice Time. So other than that, we're going to move on to his special ability, or his ability button. His ability button, of course, he gains Logi. Now, why is it Logi? Some of his special moves are enhanced, as most Devil characters are. Now, the enhanced mode of his spears is that they become more centralized. So now instead of actually dealing poison damage, they'll hit the person directly. Now there's a thing about this that I forgot to mention. Now the reason spears actually deal poison damage is because some of them actually hit the ground. When any of his ice moves actually hit the ground or they get hit by ice block, that's when the poison actually gets started. And I just completely remembered, I skipped his heavy guard break. Aokiji's heavy guard break is basically like a mini ice stage. It does poison damage, and one thing about this move that I need to mention, if you do ice block or ice ball, and then do his heavy guard break, the opponent will automatically fall to the ground. Now the thing about this is that they can do an early wake up as soon as they hit the ground and come back and hit you. So whenever you hit someone with ice ball and try to hit them with heavy guard break because you're just trying to end them, be very careful and make sure you're going to kill your opponent before you do this move, because you will get punished for it. I've seen plenty of Aokijis get punished for doing this because they think this is the most powerful option. It sure does a lot of damage, but you will get punished for doing this. And just a reminder, be very careful with it. Okay, so that's what we're talking about, his ability. Now, if you do his Ice Block Pheasant Beak with ability, it becomes a lot stronger. So let's kind of back him up here. Let's kind of just give you like a little damage demonstration here. So this is what it looks like without his ability. Okay. Lingering damage, lingering poison, pretty cool, right? Now, this next, the evolution of it, or the ability enhanced version of this, is pretty unique, because what it does is that it does more damage the further it is from the actual stage. It will end up breaking once it gets to the very end, or once it gets to what his limit is, but it does more damage depending. So if you actually get somebody in a, let's say we do this, let's do this right here. You can cause a big amount of damage from this move, simply with it alone, just with enhancing with his ability. It also gives you an opportunity to kind of back your opponent away and just give you time to regenerate your Logia gauge, or perhaps get ready for another ice ball or any combo stuff like that. Okay, so other than that, his special movement is a teleport. He teleports in front of the opponent up in the air. Now look at his teleport. Look at his jump here. So you see his jump right here, and his teleport actually teleports him about 2 jump heights away. And while he's in the air like this, he falls a lot faster as well. So while he's in the air, a lot of people would try to punish him while he's falling down. But if you can, of course, interrupt his, or not interrupt, but kind of cancel his fall animation with spears, or his or do it with a really faster version of his jumping unique, or his jump attack, because he falls down faster. So the moves are going to be kind of like, heavier in that category. Now, other than that, I think we're pretty much done with Aokiji as in what type of character he is, but we're going to move on to his awakening here. Now, when he goes in awakening, he gets the normal awakening abilities as most characters get, enhanced abilities, blah, 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 but he gains one of the strongest ultimates in the game. Now, what I mean by strongest ultimate is that this move itself does poison damage. Not to mention, what it also does is huge. So we're going to show you what majority of people do this where. So majority of people do his ultimate in a person's face, which is understandable because you don't know what the ultimate does. Most of the time, you'll do it in someone's face. So let's do it from this distance here. As we see the lingering poison take effect. His ultimate actually has a really wide radius. It's huge. That connected. So from right here where I'm standing, from right where he is, I will connect this ultimate. That's how much range this ultimate actually has. Now, majority of people who play as Aokiji do not know that's how far it goes, or if it can possibly go that far, because they focus more on doing it after Ice Ball. But this move can be used as a very heavy punch for people who just try to awaken in your face. They will get caught by this ultimate. Not to mention that if they end up blocking this ultimate, they have to block the whole way through. And if they do block it, they get pushed back so far, you have an opportunity to breathe. Now, for his Unity chains, or his only Unity chain, of course, is that it's a combo. So he basically comes in. Now there's a couple of options you can employ. You can use Ice Ball when the person's coming in, or you can actually come in and decide just to let me just go ahead and do swords. Now one of the most damaging options is the swords. As you can see, let me just go ahead and do swords for you. Ooh, I messed up. I was just doing some stupid stuff there. Dang, it's so difficult because I keep moving. There's that beautiful damage. Look at that. More than 60% lingering poison. It's glorious. But okay, guys, that's pretty much it for Aokiji. I kind of demonstrated a little bit what I wanted to demonstrate. I kind of told you a few things as well. Now, I hope in that whole explanation I gave you some tricks to how to defeat him, because one of the ways to defeat him if I didn't explain it, which I don't think I actually have, is that you just get in his face a lot, but you have to watch out for Ice Ball, because Ice Ball is the big deal. If you can watch out for Ice Ball when fighting Aokiji, you can pretty much overcome him. I'm not saying that this is his only move that's good. I'm just pointing out that when they created this character, that's what you can see. You can basically assume that being frozen was his main sense of damage, or main source of damage, and so that's kind of where you have to do when you play this character. But if you can keep the pressure up, if you can like either just close range battle him, he doesn't have many combo options if he does not hit that Ice Ball. Another thing I need to mention too is that if he hits that Ice Ball, he has Blackbeard on his team or any other character with a very, very slow move, you will get punished hard, and it hurts. Because when you get hit by a unique move after getting frozen by a Koji, you're looking at maybe 70% of your health right there from nothing. You can do a full combo, and that will end your life right there. Not to mention, he also has a touch of death combo with Blackbeard, where he can one-hit kill you with no buffs because of how they actually circulate their damage and stuff. I won't demonstrate it, but I do know a couple people have touch of death combo teams with Blackbeard and Aokiji. So whenever you see a Blackbeard and Aokiji on the same team, be very afraid, because you're going to get hurt. But other than that, do not try to zone this man if you're a zoner. That's not true. Do not try to zone this man if you are not a zoner. That's what I meant to say. So if you are a Garp, even though you are not getting hit, you're going to get frostbite, and he will die eventually. And you know how poison works. Poison slowly kills you. It doesn't matter if you switch out, the poison will not regen. Poison takes care of green health. So that's another thing. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching this character guide for One Piece Burning Blood. I am Silvokiji, as always, and be sure to look at the other character guides. If you have any suggestions for any other characters, please let me know, and enjoy playing One Piece.